Sutra. Moreover, Sariputra, this land of ultimate bliss has pools of the 7 jewels, filled with the waters of 8 meritorious virtues. The bottom of each pool is pure, spread over with golden sand. On the 4 sides are stairs of gold, silver, lapis lazuli, and crystal. Above are raised pavilions, adorned with gold, silver, lapis lazuli, crystal, mother of pearl, red pearls, and carnelian. In the pools are lotuses as large as carriage wheels. Green colored of green light, yellow colored of yellow light, red colored of red light, white colored of white light, subtly, wonderfully, fragrant and pure. Sariputra, the realization of the land of ultimate bliss, is thus meritoriously adorned. Commentary. The previous passage of text described the exquisite beauty of the land of ultimate bliss. This passage praises the subtle wonder of its water pools. Having spoken of the 7 rows of trees, the 7 layers of netting, and the 7 tiers of railing, Sakyamuni Buddha was waiting for Sariputra to ask further about that land. But the great, wise Sariputra, the Buddha's most intelligent disciple, still did not know where to begin and probably hesitated for several minutes until the Buddha himself said, "Moreover, Sariputra, this land of ultimate bliss has pools of the 7 jewel. There are pools in the Saha world, but they are made of mud or cement. No one makes pools out of gold, silver, lapis lazuli, crystal, mother of pearl, red pearls, or carnelian." Lapis lazuli is an opaque, blue semi-precious stone. It could be found near the country of Magadha, in central India. Crystal is also called water jade. Mother of pearl has what looks like cart tracks running across it. Translated from the Chinese, it is great shells. The pools were not man-made. On the contrary, they appeared naturally. Within the pools, one finds the waters of 8 meritorious virtues. 1. Tepid. It is warm and yet it is cool. In other words, once you get in the pool, if you want it a little warmer, it becomes so. If you think it is too hot, a little cooler, please, then it becomes cooler. The quality of the water is inconceivable. 2. Pure. No matter how many times you wash with this water, it doesn't get dirty. Unlike the water in our world, the more you wash with the water of the land of ultimate bliss, the cleaner it gets. It feels like milk running over your body, smooth, comfortable, and extremely fine and subtle to the touch. The more you wash with it, the nicer you feel. There is no better feeling than this. 3. Sweet. You don't have to drink it. Just wash with it, and you will know that it is very, very sweet. My disciple Shikuo Man in Hong Kong came to Guan Yin Cave, where I was living once, and ate noodles and drank water from my pool. Then she said, "Ah, this water is so sweet. Does it have sugar in it?" "No," I replied, "it is just plain water. But it is so sweet." She said, "Perhaps Guan Yin Bodhisattva has given you some sweet dew," I said. "Oh," she exclaimed, and was really delighted. At that time I was wearing rags and you could see my flesh through the holes in them. What do you think she did? She made me 2 sets of clothes. Because she liked the sweet water. The water in the land of ultimate bliss is also sweet and delicious. 4. Soft. The water is not hard. It is very light and soft. 5. Moistening. When dirty people wash with it, they become clean. This water will wash any filth right off your body and leave you bright and clean. 6. Harmonizing. If you wash with his water, your heart and mind will be at peace. Without the slightest trace of bad temper. Without a hot temper, without the fire of ignorance, and without affliction, you will be in harmony with everyone. If they scold you, you won't get angry, and if they knock you over, it won't create a problem. So what if they hit me? You will say, you will be at peace with everyone. See how fine this is. 7. Banishes hunger and thirst. This is most important. After bathing in the waters of 8 meritorious virtues, when it's time to eat, you are not hungry. And when it is time to drink, you are not thirsty. No milk and no bread, and yet no hunger or thirst. The land of ultimate bliss is unspeakably wonderful. 8. Nourishes all roots. It gives sustenance to all your sense organs. Your eyes become bright and light, and your ears, if once deaf, now can hear. If your nose is topped up, wash with the water of 8 meritorious virtues, and it will get to work again. Whatever you eat tastes good, and your hands and feet work without feeling tired. Not only that, the water also nourishes your good roots and gets rid of your bad karma. How great would you say this merit and virtue is? We should quickly seek rebirth in the land of ultimate bliss so that we may bathe in the pools of the waters of 8 meritorious virtues, and have our good roots nourished. This has been a general explanation of the waters of 8 meritorious virtues. Were I to speak in detail, I wouldn't finish by the end of a great eon. These waters have 8 independent merits and virtues, 8 happy merits and virtues, 8 subtle, wonderful, inconceivable merits and virtues, and more. No matter what karmic obstacles you have, they all dissolve when you get into these pools. What are karmic obstacles? They are those things which you dislike, the things which cause you to become afflicted. Without karmic obstacles there is no affliction, and this is like a covering of golden sand. When we go to the land of ultimate bliss, the pools of the 7 jewels melt away our karmic obstacles. On the 4 sides are stairs of gold, silver, lapis lazuli, and crystal. We may think our stairways of marble are splendid, but those in the land of ultimate bliss are inlaid with gold, silver, lapis lazuli, and crystal, and the pathways emit multicolored rays of light. Above are raised pavilions adorned with gold, silver, lapis lazuli, crystal, mother of pearl, red pearls, and carnelian. Why are they adorned with so many treasures? To make them beautiful to look at. The 7 jewels used to adorn the pavilions represent the perfection of Amitabha Buddha's 10,000 virtues. The great adornments are the measure of his great virtuous practices, for without virtuous practice, there can be no 7-jeweled adornments. In the pools are lotuses as large as carriage wheel. Then how big are the pools? Each is as big as 100 great seas. One great sea is big indeed. How big would you say 100 great seas are? The lotuses in these pools are as large as carriage wheels, which are much bigger than automobile tires. The carriage wheels on the chariot of the wheel turning Sage King are 1 yojana in diameter. A small yojana is 40 miles, a middle-sized one is 60 miles, and a large one is 80 miles. This lotus, then, is 80 miles in diameter. Lotuses growing in pools as large as 100 great seas would have to be at least that big. Tiny flowers in such big pools wouldn't look right. A song about Amitabha Buddha goes like this. Amita, the great sage and master. Serene, subtle, wonderful, beyond all others. Pools of 7 gems. Flowers of 4 colors and waves of solid gold. Amitabha Buddha is the great sage and master. His countenance is sedate, serene, and very wonderful. There is no image as fine as that of Amitabha Buddha. The flowers in the pools are green-colored of green light, yellow-colored of yellow light, red-colored of red light, white-colored of white light. Light, bright light, subtly, wonderfully, fragrant and pure. The water is subtle and soft. It looks like water, but when you reach out to touch it, it feels as if nothing were there. It feels like water, but it is so fine that you can't grab a hold of it. It is like there's nothing there, but still it is there. It is just that subtle. Wonderful means ineffable. There is no way you can even think about it. The water is also fragrant. Once you get in it, you won't want to get out. As soon as you smell its fragrance, you will bring forth the Bodhi mind. In this world, we chase after good smells, but in the land of ultimate bliss, the fragrances cause one to say, "Too fine. I did better hurry up and cultivate the way." The smells of this world cause you to think, "Not bad. It is really bitter at the temple. Cultivation isn't as good as." But smells are defiled dharmas. Forms, sounds, smells, tastes and tangible objects are the five sense objects, and cultivators of the way must certainly see through and break all attachment to them. First of all, do not become attached to beautiful form. Beauty is only skip deep, beneath the skin. There is just pus, blood, and flesh. In the Surangama Sutra we read of Matangi's daughter, who couldn't give up her love for Ananda. The Buddha asked her, "What is it about Ananda that you love?" "I love his eyes," she said. "All right," said the Buddha. "I will pluck out his eyes and you may have them." "Oh no," she said. "If you do that, they won't be of any use." "If they are of no use, then what are you doing loving them?" asked Sakyamuni Buddha. Hearing this, she immediately certified to the fruit of arhatship, so you should not become attached to forms. In order to cultivate, you should borrow forms and sounds and yet not become attached to them. Don't say, "Ah, this music is so beautiful. When I hear it, I get all confused and don't know what I am doing." If you must sing, sing in praise of Amitabha Buddha. Don't become attached to smells either. When I was in Hong Kong, people used to follow me around. They said I smelled good. I really dislike this, and so I put some smelly stuff on myself to keep them away. Everything is made from the mind alone. If you have samadhi power, then fragrances aren't fragrant and bad smells don't stink. Good sounds aren't good sounds. And bad sounds aren't bad. Beauty isn't beautiful, and ugliness isn't ugly. Samadhi power is the skill one derives from cultivation. If you have this skill, when people are good to you, you are not happy, and when they are bad, you don't become afflicted. With samadhi power, you won't listen to the talk of your tongue. When it says to you, "Take a taste of this and see if it tastes better than." I often tell you that when I eat, I don't know if the food is good or not. It is not that I don't know. If I didn't know, I would be like wood or stone. I am just not affected by the taste. I eat the same amount, whether it tastes good or not, without discrimination. In the same way, greed for the objects of touch indicates a lack of samadhi power and shows that one has been turned by external states. The lotuses of 4 colors in the land of ultimate bliss shine with 4 colors of light, which represent the 4 applications of mindfulness, the 4 right efforts, and the 4 bases of supernatural power. In reciting and studying the Amitabha Sutra, we should cultivate samadhi power. If you have samadhi power, then the land of ultimate bliss is right here. If you don't, even if you went to the land of ultimate bliss, you did run right off to the land of ultimate misery. With samadhi power, the land of ultimate misery is the land of ultimate bliss. Without affliction, you can say, "Everything is okay." If that is not the land of ultimate bliss, what is? Sutra. Moreover, Sariputra, in that Buddhaland there is always heavenly music and the ground is yellow gold. In the 6 periods of the day and night a heavenly rain of Mandarava flowers falls, and throughout the clear morning, each living being of that land, with sacks full of the myriads of wonderful flowers, makes offerings to the hundreds of thousands of millions of Buddhas of the other directions. At mealtime they return to their own country, and having eaten, they stroll around. Sariputra, the realization of the land of ultimate bliss is thus meritoriously adorned. Commentary. Sakyamuni Buddha told Sariputra, in Amitabha's country, the gods play music all day and all night, throughout the 6 periods. The beginning of the day, the middle of the day, the end of the day, the beginning of the night, the middle of the night, and the end of the night. Mandarava, a Sanskrit word, may be interpreted as, according to your wish, or white flower. however you would like them to be. That's the way these flowers are. At dawn, when the sun is just rising, the living beings of his land, with sacks full of the myriads of wonderful flowers, make offering to the hundreds of thousands of millions of Buddhas of the other directions. How long does it take? Not long, just the time it takes to eat a meal, half an hour or so. These living beings can travel to billions of Buddhalands in a very short space of time because they have obtained the 8 great freedoms of the self. They are free and independent, and everything accords with their wishes. Having obtained the, as you will, spiritual penetrations, if they want to go somewhere, they arrive there immediately. When we bow to the Buddha, we should envision our bodies filling the limitless Buddhalands of the 10 directions, personally bowing to all the Buddhas. If you can contemplate the Dharma realm in this way, then your body is as big as the Dharma realm. The Avatamsaka Sutra says, if one wishes to understand completely the Buddhas of the 3 periods of time, he should contemplate the nature of the Dharma realm. Everything is made from the mind alone. At mealtime they return to the land of ultimate bliss, and having eaten, they go for a walk. Sutra. Moreover, Sariputra, in this country there are always rare and wonderful vari-colored birds, white geese, peacocks, parrots, and egret, kalavinkas, and 2-headed birds. In the 6 periods of the day and night the flocks of birds sing forth harmonious and elegant sounds. Their clear and joyful sounds proclaim the 5 roots, the 5 powers, the 7 Bodhi shares, the 8 sagely way shares, and dharmas such as these. When living beings of this land hear these sounds, they are altogether mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Commentary. Since Sariputra still had no questions, Sakyamuni Buddha said, I will tell you a little more, Sariputra. In the land of ultimate bliss, there are many kinds of multicolored birds. They are most unusual and beautiful. White geese are found in our world, too. Peacocks are especially beautiful. Parrots can talk. They may see you and say, hello. Some Chinese parrots say, a guest is coming, a guest is coming. Some people even teach their parrots to recite the Buddha's name so that they can be born in the land of ultimate bliss. Egrets are the kind of bird which Sariputra's mother was named after. They are also very beautiful. Kalavinka is a Sanskrit word which means good-sounding bird. Before it has even hatched from its egg, it sings more melodiously than any other bird. 2-headed birds have 2 heads on one body. Have you ever seen such a bird? Living beings are born this way as karmic retribution for too much sexual activity. Because the husband's and wife's sexual desire was so heavy that they indulged in intercourse day and night, they fell and turned into a bird body with 2 heads. They have different consciousness but the same karmic retribution. So be careful. If your sexual desire is too intense, you may become a 2-headed bird. Someone says, I did like very much to become one of those birds. People would watch over me and feed me and take care of me. Perhaps. But the birds are animals just the same, and when their lives are over, they fall into the hells. It is dangerous. Don't think that being a bird is a lot of fun. Even though they can fly when they want to fly and perch when they want to perch. A bird's retribution is incredible. Its wisdom decreases life after life. But if you have wisdom, you won't fall. In the 6 periods of the day and night, these birds sing forth harmonious and elegant sounds, like a chorale, very fine music. The birds in the land of ultimate bliss are not born as a result of their karmic offenses. They are manifestations of Amitabha Buddha merit and virtue. In the land of ultimate bliss, the 3 evil ways of rebirth do not exist. If there are no animals, you may ask, then where did all the birds come from? They are manifestations of Amitabha Buddha's merit and virtue, and their songs are Dharma sounds which help him speak the Dharma. Their clear and joyful sounds sound good to everyone. Everyone who hears them becomes happy because the sounds penetrate right into the heart. What is heard in the clear and joyful sounds? The sounds of the birds are the sounds of Dharma. The 5 roots. 1. The root of faith. 2. The root of vigor. 3. The root of mindfulness. 4. The root of samadhi. 5. The root of wisdom.